Hey, welcome back to another episode of Off the Pie Charts. I'm your host, Tyler. Anyone like Lord of the Rings? I know I do. Wanted to come up with a kind of a summer treat. And I was thinking, what if we took a trip from the Shire to Bree and to the Prancing Pony? We're gonna be making a Blackberry Tart from the famous inn. Let's get started with the ingredients. For the crust, we'll need flour, cold butter, and make sure it's cubed, salt, sugar, and some ice water. To get started with our crust, we're going to use our trusty stand mixer equipped with a paddle attachment. We're going to add our flour, our sugar and salt, and our cubed butter. Now we want to mix this until there's like a sandy consistency, maybe the size of a hazelnut. You can also use a fork sometimes if there's some bigger pieces of butter and just kind of squish them with the fork to help get them incorporated there. At this point, we want to just hydrate the flour, and so we're going to use about 4 ounces of cold water. When the flour starts kind of clumping up like this and sticking together, we'll know that we're done. Now we're going to cover the dough in saran wrap and let it chill in the fridge for 20 minutes. Oh, I hate when it does that. All right, while the dough is in the fridge chilling like a villain, we're going to be working on the filling, which is more like a custard because there's eggs inside. For the filling, you'll need egg yolks, milk, sugar, flour, cornstarch, and salt. I don't have enough dishes, sue me. Okay, in our mixing bowl, we're going to combine our egg yolks, sugar, salt, flour, and cornstarch. And I also forgot a little splash of vanilla, and you just measure with your heart. And you mix this until combined. Next, we want to get our milk simmering on a medium heat. And it's really important to keep stirring your milk so you don't burn it. Okay, now that the milk is hot, what we want to do is temper the egg yolks. You don't want to put it all in at once or else you might get scrambled eggs. So what we're going to do is slowly pour the milk, a little bit at a time, and stir the eggs until it's all combined. Okay, back on the stove, we're going to get this mixture to a boil for about 1 or 2 minutes just to make sure there's no chunks of flour left in it. But make sure to keep stirring. Now that the filling is done cooking, we need to strain it into a bowl and let it chill in the fridge. So this recipe calls for 5 small tart pans. I didn't have those, so I'm just using one large one that has a removable base, which makes it easier to get out when it's cooked. So now we're going to roll out the dough and fill the tart pan. Okay, so you want to flour your surface a little bit. And take out your little bundle of joy. We're going to knead the dough a little bit here on the floured surface. Give it 6, just put some more flour down. You know, make sure you're rolling it out evenly from all sides. And turn it if you need to. We're looking for about 1/8 of an inch or so. I like my crust pretty thick. And we bring over our pan and just press down gently. You can kind of lift up the side if you need to, if it's not going to stretch properly for you. You don't want it to tear. You're also gently pressing it in the sides of the tart dish. You can also take some food grade scissors and just kind of cut around the edge here, get rid of the extra dough. Might have to turn. Turn it as you go. We're just getting rid of the excess dough. We can go in and clean it up later. Gently pinch the dough into the tart pan here. If you need to make repairs, you can take some of the extra dough and fill in the gaps. While you're here, you want to take a fork and just press a couple of holes in the base of the shell. Okay, with the remaining dough, you can just wrap it up and put it in the fridge. This can make another full-size tart or a couple small ones. Right now we're going to put the dough in the oven at 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes until golden brown. All right, the tart shell is out of the oven and it's completely cooled. And we've went ahead and whisked together the filling, because it can get a little hard in the refrigerator. Add some heavy whipping cream to that if you need to loosen it up. So let's put everything together. Okay, we're gonna take our filling and put it inside the tart shell here. Just kind of press it from the middle out. As we're turning the shell. Then I went ahead and cut some fresh blackberries up, and we're just going to lay them on top. Well, there we have it, guys, the blackberry tart from the Prancing Pony. Now, what's really cool about this setup is the bottom just comes out like that, so it's easy to cut. So why don't we cut into this and see what it looks like. I had a lot of fun making this tart, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Whether you're in the Shire, heading to Brie, make sure you stop by the Prancing Pony and get some of this blackberry tart. Please consider liking and subscribing to the video. We'll see you next time. I gotta try this. Okay, to start the crust, we're gonna use our trusty stand mixer with paddle attachment. I don't have a, where's my paddle? There it is. Okay, with the remaining dough, you can just wrap it up and put it back in the fridge. This can make a couple